guys? I'm Almost 87, and today I'm going to tell you guys how to turn this yoga ball into Chain Chomp. So this is by far one of the coolest projects I've ever made. I plan to use it as a prop in one of my upcoming videos, but for now we're just using it as a cat bed with a place to put the kitty litter. It's been working out pretty cool for that. You could also use it as like a cool garden planter, or pretty much whatever else you want to put your imagination to. Now, because this video is already ridiculously long, I didn't go into too much detail throughout the build, but I did make an ebook, so head over to nothingtodocrew.com and check that out. So the ebook will contain easy to follow step-by-step instructions. It will include a list of materials and where to get the stuff, and it will also include a ton of close-up pictures. So let's go! To get started, I want some kind of base so that way he sits still. And I just found these from the dollar store. They're for wreaths, so you can make wreaths. I think I'm gonna go with the bigger one. I think it's 14-inch diameter. Should work. All right, here we go. Water helps it cure faster, allegedly. That's what they say online. I did a few test samples, and it seems to make the foam a little bit bigger, a little bit harder, faster, so why not? Second can of great stuff. Can number 3. Like this. That can is thawed out. Right now. Alright, so now I'm just going to patch any areas. So yeah, so now I got this giant ball. It's awesome, pretty rock solid, but it's pretty lumpy. So now I'm going to try and sand it down a little bit. Pretty solid. Alright, so Chain Chomp is all nice and sanded down. Now it's time to add the little chain thing that it'll attach to. Found this at the dollar store. Just gonna squeeze it in. Then I markered out where the line is gonna be. And now I gotta cut it out. Very carefully because I don't wanna puncture the balloon yet. Alright, so I just cut a hole right in here, push this thing in, so now stick it through. Just gonna shoot some liquid nails in there. There we go. Can you see that? Right. Just for safe measure, I'm gonna fill it up with some foam. And then alright. Shove down here. And then hold it, and I'll get this side. Tails on, nice and secure. So now it's time to work on these eyeballs. And for the eyeballs, I already got these foam shapes. Got these from the dollar store. They're called like floral foam or something like that. And pretty much we just put them on, and then we traced around them. And one on each side. And now we're gonna cut them out and then glue them in. Cut out some foam. I'm not going all the way in because I don't want to puncture the balloon. There we go. Now for the other eye. Alright, we're going back to the liquid nails. Put a lot in there because I don't want them falling out. One eyeball in. There we go. Chain Chomp's got some eyeballs. And now, because this is really squishy foam, yeah, because it crumbles, I'm going to put liquid nails over it just in case the coating dissolves through it. Oh no, where did it go? Stuff definitely works better when it's warmer out. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now that we have the eyes and the tail on Chain Chomp here, it's time to give him a good hard coating. We're gonna go with Bondo. Not getting high today. Oh, my love.
I am not hating the result of this.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And as far as weight-wise, it's actually not too heavy. Chain Chomp's over there with a bunch of Bondo on his head. So now we're gonna make his box. And I kind of put this next to it for size comparison. So I'm gonna build my wood box about this same size. So first, we're gonna need to cut some wood. For these, I'm just using these fence post wood thingies. Super cheap, that's why I'm using them. And they clean up really nice. There you go. A little bit of sanding goes a long way. So once you got all 15 of these cut and sanded down, then you can move on to the 1x1 posts. These are just going to be used as the frame of the box. Now for these, you don't have to sand them because they'll be on the inside, you won't see them. So now it's time to put together our box. For this, I'm just going to put a little drop of this in there, liquid nails. And then I'm just going to nail gun it together. Alright, so when you're all done, you should have a nice looking box like this. And we left the middle hollow, that way you can put stuff in it. So for the last part of the Chain Chomp box, it's time to give it some good old stain. Okay, so now we're going to go over the top. We got one more can, just me, so I'm going to have to work fast. Okay, so now we got this thing all bondoed up, and now it's ready for its first layer of sanding. We're just gonna knock down all these extra ridges and stuff, and give it a nice smooth surface.
Another one? Definitely coming out a lot better though.
Alright, so we just sanded down our first layer of Bondo, and now we're just going to add the second layer. We're going to fill up some of these holes here and get it a little bit smoother. More Bondo. Some more fiberglass here.
I think that's it.
it's time to start working on the mouth. So once we got our marks on there where the middle is, then he held that 45-degree angle. I traced down and then I traced up on both sides, and then we just ran a string across both sides. And to make sure that the line is there, we're gonna spray paint over it so we can see it. That way you can see the line is there. Now it's time to cut his mouth. We'll drill in. We're not sure what's gonna happen, so we'll see, and then we'll cut across. And hopefully it doesn't collapse. Ready? Yep. Let's take it off. Oh, oh, oh. Nice and careful.
That looks sick.
That looks pretty good. Nice and smooth here on the inside. Okay, so we cut out the mouth and then we put some liquid nails on there, and I took a side profile picture, and I just don't really like the look of it. I think he needs a bigger mouth so we can cram in some bigger teeth. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little bit more. Another slice. Looks better. Okay, so we got the mouth ready. Now it's time to add the teeth. And for this, our first step is gonna be to put the dowel rods inside of there. Not going super deep or anything, just enough so I can get a rod in there, kind of spin it on its way in. We want it to be tight, so that way you can stick it upside down and it won't fall out. It's not going anywhere. So as you can see, Chain Chomp's teeth are already in. I wasn't sure how long they were gonna take me, so I just did a time lapse. And yeah, from there, I just started placing them in. Some of these took a lot of sanding. Rounded, that way it fits in nice with the curve. Because if you have this square block, like this, it won't fit in very nice. So again, you want to get this nice round so it fits nice and good like that. Now I'm going to go over each one of these teeth with some liquid nails, concrete mortar. So before I start applying this stuff, I got the teeth exactly where I want them. So I'm going to mark where each of the dowel rods are. There's one. I'm going to try and keep them in order as well. Alright, here we go. In front of you guys so you can see. I guess it would help. Just to remind myself, I will mark it down. 1 B left. Alright. So, I've let in the monster mud hard, which surprisingly didn't take that long. Got a nice, good coat on these. They're nice and strong. So now I can sand them down. They don't look too bad as it is. But yeah, I just want to sand them down a little bit. And when you're all done, you'll have a tooth that looks like this. Show it to the camera. As you can see, it's super smooth. Now we got Chain Chomp ready to go for his teeth. All they have to do is be inserted. But I want to give one more nice coat of either Bondo or fiberglass. I'm not sure which one. Around Chain Chomp, just give him some extra, I don't know, extra structural support. Round him out in a few areas. Okay, so I got this guy all nice and sanded down. I want to make sure that I paint the bottom before I pop this, because once I pop this, I don't want to put it back on its top. That way the mouth might close. I think it should be good, but I'm going to pop this last. There we go, top coat's done. Okay, so now we got the primer coat on with the layer of kills. So we're gonna apply a layer of Krylon black. This is just the black gloss. So there we go. I'll probably give it one more coat and then put some kind of clear coat over it. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes and this is nice and completely dry. I went over it twice. It's got good color to it. And just to give it some added protection, I wanted to put some kind of clear coat on it. Wasn't sure what I was going to use, but I think I'm going to go with some Plasti Dip Glossified. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'll let this dry a little bit, and then I'll put on one more coat of this stuff, and then we'll flip it over, and then we can finally start to build this Chain Chomp. Okay, so now it's time to do the last little bit for Chain Chomp. We want to put in his teeth. Maybe we're going to give him a little bit of Durham's around the gums, and then we're going to Gorilla Glue his teeth to these pegs. Now it's time to remove the ball. Now I'm going to putty on the inside and then put the teeth on. So let's see how this works. This stuff smells really good, by the way. It smells like vanilla whey protein. So I got that drying. I think now it's time that I can hurry up and put in these teeth. That way I can get them into place really well. Stick around in there. Okay, so I finally got Chain Chomp. He's ready to go. He's looking good. He's got the nasty teeth in here, and these things are on there surprisingly well. What I'm going to do is give it a good base coat of kills. And then for these teeth, to get in the little details, I just use this little brush and just kind of... It's looking pretty good in here. Layer 1 is done. I'll probably give it one more layer and then I'll start painting. Okay, so I gave it one more coat, and as you can tell, it's 1,000 times better. So this has officially become nice and dry. It's got a really good surface to it. It's ready for paint. And so while I let that dry, I'm gonna go get the top for his box. Remember this box that we've been building? I put a layer of glaze on it just to make it shine. Got a few spots where I messed up a little bit, but that's okay. And again, here's our top. And now it's time to add the hardware. This is what Chain Chomp's chain will get connected to. Drill on down. And now we have a box. Plus, I can use this to open it up. Okay, so this actually dried pretty quick, and I got the box done. So now it's time to start applying some black to this. But I only have one can of this, and I'm not sure it would go the whole way. I think I'm going to use some of this Ultra Cover Gloss Black. Ultra Cover Gloss Black. Rust-Oleum. Alright, time lapse. Okay, and here's Chain Chomp after one coat of paint. Yeah, there's some white spots. It's not fully filled in, but we'll get there the next coat of paint. Okay, so now the black second coat is pretty much done. I'm gonna go over it one last time. I'll probably do that one last, just to get it one shade darker. Still see a few white spots sprinkling through there. And now I'm gonna do the mouth with the Sunrise Red. Just got done painting the teeth, so let's check it out. Going around those gums lines, or going around the gum lines, was kind of a pain in the butt. I actually put it on really thick so one layer could do, but I'm gonna do one more layer on the inside. Here's what it looks like with the last layers of paint on there. I got 2 coats on there, 3 coats on the big guy, and then 2 coats on the mouth. So now all that's left to do is to make the eyes. Okay, so now we got Chain Chomp all painted. He looks super cool, and now we gotta add some protection to him. We got this full can of triple thick polyurethane, and I'm thinking it will work really well, plus it's triple thick, so hopefully only one layer is all I'll need. We'll start from the eye over. Yeah, hopefully this stuff dries clear, because right now it's a bluish color. Okay, so now Chain Chomp is finally done. He's looking really cool. I'm really happy the way he turned out. We primed him, painted him, added on the polyurethane. So all that's left now is to attach the chain. All right, got the screw in there. And now this end, I just cut it right at the joint right there. That way I can take it off and on as I need it to. So here's the final product. I'm super happy the way that he turned out. Nice and solid. And since we have some leftover materials, I think we're gonna take what we learned from our Chain Chomp build, and I think next we're gonna try and build this guy, the Bondo. So thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. We'll see you guys next time. Now get off your butts and go build something.